Chapter 10. Call me a masochist, but I kept going to the gym to eat lunch. I liked it there, even though the other guys ignored me. I figured out their story. Almost all of them had Iron River football letter jackets, even the metalheads. They also acted like typical football players, talking loud, punching each other, saying duh a lot. The biggest guy, the one who gave me the "who the hell are you" welcome wagon treatment on the first day, was the biggest fool. His favorite trick was stomping hard on a full container of milk, which was great fun for all involved except the poor janitorial slob who would have to clean it up later. His buddy, the hyena boy, laughed uproariously at anything the monster did. I hate guys like that. The all-pro guy was about the only one who would directly stand up to Monster, and the monster guy actually seemed to listen. Once, when all-pro and I passed in the halls, he nodded to me, or maybe that's just the way he walked. In biology, Mr. Minsky made us sign a card for some football player, Gary Lindstrom, who was in the hospital. At lunch, I overheard the guys talking about his accident. Gary had just gotten his driver's license, and on his maiden voyage, he'd pulled a too quick left on the highway right into the path of another car. Now, apparently, he was lying in a hospital bed with a concussion and both legs smashed up. A couple of the guys made jokes about him having sex with a nurse, but things were quieter, queasier than they were normally. "Hey!" All-Pro yelled across the gym toward the end of lunch. "Hey!" he yelled again. "Yo! Yo, kid!" I chewed my sandwich slowly. There was no mistaking who he was yelling at. "What?" I finally said. "Come here." All the guys were looking at me. What else was there to do? I walked over there as if this were the showdown at the OK Corral. "Hey, kid." "My name's Chan," I said. There was a sour taste in my mouth. "Chan, you play soccer, am I right?" I shrugged. "I saw you playing out in your yard once," All-Pro said. "Look, our kicker is out for the season. We need a guy to take his place. Think you might be able to kick a football?" "Why don't you do it?" I said to him, looking at his sambas. I mean, what kind of question was that? A soccer ball is nothing like a football, as any moron will tell you. Besides, the guy was a player already. All-Pro laughed, lifted up his feet like he was just now discovering he had them. "Are you talking about these? I got them on a trip to Minneapolis. I like how they look." "We don't have soccer up here," growled Monster. "Soccer is for fags." "Fine," I said, and football was for overfed idiots. I had no idea what the purpose of this conversation was, anyway. I turned around and made for the exit. "No, wait!" All-Pro jumped off the benches and trotted up to me, keeping pace. "I'm Miko," he said. "What kind of name is that?" I couldn't help saying. "It sounds Japanese." He frowned. "What kind of name is Chan? It sounds stupid." "Sorry," I said. "It's okay. It's Finnish. Lucky for me, my mom's Swedish and she wanted to name me Olaf." I laughed, despite myself. "Mine's Korean." We kept walking together. In fact, we passed Young, who beamed at me, probably thinking I had found a friend. "Why don't you try out? I think you'd be good." "Yeah, I can tell how much you want me for your team by the way you treat me so nice at lunch." He gave me this puzzled look, like maybe he didn't get it. "Oh, come on," he said after a minute. "It always takes time for the new guys." I shrugged. "I'm not interested, comprendes?" All-Pro kept trotting along beside me. "But you're interested in playing something, aren't you? There aren't a lot of sports to pick from here. Most guys I know would kill to get a shot at a varsity spot on the football team." I nodded, as if I really cared. I opened my locker and started gathering up my books. "The guys on the team are good guys. I mean, some of them can be jerks, but they're mostly okay." I didn't trust him. I didn't trust anyone here. "What's in it for me?" I said finally. He gave me a look. "Well, if you play anything, you know what the reward is. It's playing. It doesn't hurt with the chicks either." Chicks? Where were these people from? The 70s? Young and I once asked Mrs. Knutson why she didn't have an answering machine, and she said, "What's an answering machine?" Iron River was the town time forgot. "I'll think about it," I said, just as I noticed that the halls were deserted. The bell rang. All-Pro didn't move. My sense of the law was getting the better of me. "I think we'd better go." "Hey, it's no problem." Miko rooted around in his pockets until he produced a Pepto-Bismol pink slip. "My dad's the principal. Give this to the teacher and she won't hassle you." By the time I looked up to say thanks, All-Pro was already way down the hall, walking in his coiled animal kind of way, while looking as if he had all of the time in the world. It was weird to think he was the closest thing I had to a friend here.